Hello there, Biakamizu desu and welcome to Zero Parades for Dead Spies. I want to start this by giving a huge shout out to Zaum Studio. I know that they are the same ones that made Disco Elysium, I think. I know nothing about that game. And I'm gonna be honest, I've already tried this demo, playing the demo, but there were some issues with my first time attempting it. I discovered that the progress didn't save, so I'm gonna try to do this in one sitting. So let's go and see how that works. Okay, new game. Let's see. I already know what kind of spy I want to be. I want to try once again this one. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Glad to hear it. And I absolutely forgot which one I wanted. I want this one. I want this one. And I want this one. Yes. That's what I want. This is from the same creators of Disco Elysium, so it's really interesting that you're talking about reminding you of. It is from the same guys. I never played Disco Elysium. That's a game I never played. Okay, let's see how this goes this time around. It's a new game that they're going to launch.
Cursed, an anti-personnel mine in human form.
Tell me about her.
Her friends called her Herschel, but for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Which is the character that I am.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
Thank you so much, Mihai. Hope you have a very good rest. Thank you so much for stopping by. Was she good at her job at least?
She made the cardinal error of her kind. She mistook her assets for friends. In the end, the contradictions caught up with her.
Cut the she stuff, that's me.
It is, and was, Portofino 91, the whole sick crew, the disaster untold, the black page in the official records.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
My greatest failure. Let's do in it. No sense in rehashing the past.
None at all. Yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world.
The world, how did it get that way?
Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably.
Okay, what about Cascade?
She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought.
They were wrong.
Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sub-levels, where they keep the true believers. Don't count Cascade out. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino.
They couldn't keep me down. I was too cool to keep off the spy scene. What changed? Why send me back?
Because I asked them to. There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief.
I'm here. Where are you?
Right here. In an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop in the city state.
Hi there,
of
Vienna. How are you
Portofino.
doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay.
No one special. Just an arm-like sac of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms.
This is Zero Parades. So Zaum Studio has given me a key to try the demo, and if you checked out the first the stream starting slide, you would have seen some of the concept art that they provided me. But yeah, I'm trying this. I've never played Disco Elysium, so this is done by the same studio, and I'm trying this one.
But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics. One of the varieties of mankind.
It's about being a spy. I don't know. I still don't know a lot. Why? What happened to you?
I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about the independent thought or movement.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat.
How are we talking right now?
We're not. This is all you. Conversing with your own mental projections, reconciling the dissonance inherent to your role, like you were trained to do.
Okay, so I'm imagining this conversation. I'm not actually talking to you.
Just one of
No,
the
no,
tricks you've
but it
learned
has
to
a lot
keep
of
yourself
talking.
alive in theater. There are many others still to come.
What's your perspective?
Life is beautiful, cruel, full of hidden cues that I missed. Maybe next time. Don't blame yourself, operant. Whatever happens has already happened.
Okay. Don't skip everything. You have this. These are very story-driven games. Okay, so now let me look at the toilet. City's up. Okay. This is the guy. He was like this.
Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive.
Every spy for the Operant Bureau is assigned a partner. They're double. This man was meant to be yours. Okay.
A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him.
Did you hear what I said? I said it's from the same guys that made Disco Elysium. It's the same studio. I never played Disco Elysium, so I cannot make comparisons.
No response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the ceiling. The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat.
Touch his arm.
You get no response, no flinch, no twitch.
The film is monochrome and silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector as the celluloid brushes from its spool.
As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw.
The green of long corroded copper, there is charged empty space behind them, like a room that someone has left for the last time. As for the face around the eyes, his jaw hangs slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones accentuate a large bald spot atop his crown.
Horn-rimmed glasses, impeccably dialectical.
Yeah, I'm becoming anxious.
Of men decades his senior. Highly pleasing rubbability.
I'm feeling lucky. This is weird.
Stiff collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs.
White spindles of leg hit your vision like a pair of flashbangs. Mayday, visuals lost, visuals lost. Is this a self... I still don't understand this sentence. A self-abuse session?
Entirely unfit for purpose, based on his current state.
Once your eyes readjust, you notice that the man is also wearing 3 layers of socks, each slightly shorter than the one beneath it. For some reason, this detail strikes you as very sad. A failed attempt to ward against ruin.
There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers. No drug paraphernalia either. Just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. Like a cosmonaut's safety tether.
Okay, I'm gonna check his vitals.
Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed.
But he's not dead yet.
Then the body is disobedient and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges.
This must be some kind of setup. Maybe this is temporary, a chrysalis stage.
If so, he will have to become something else entirely. You both exist now, in different futures. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant down.
For as long as he lies here, dead dreaming in a strange city, you are the final friend he has. Search him for
Clip
clues.
to the inside flap of his jacket. You find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esteman T. Below that, a title, Imports Lead. Sock Merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers. That's what the badge says. This is only a cover, but such phantoms often mimic the Operant Bureau's actual hierarchies.
I don't understand when suddenly they say different stuff from the text. I suppose... in the official parlance, okay. Anything else? 3 other things of note: a slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. Slip of paper. Purchase order for 10 socks made out to Carmuna Pessoa. Fashions and garments, Bootleg Bazaar. No coordinates found. Some kind of marketplace, but not one you've ever been to. It's a good place to start. Your decommissioned double has been making contacts using his cover. What it says about the reason you're here remains less clear. This is not a real order, it's a sympathy order. He obviously made an impression on this Carmuna. I'll hold on to this. The slip of paper grows heavy in your hand, it feels like a baton. Pseudopod's obligations are now yours. You owe this woman 5 pairs of socks. Okay, examine the business card. The card is cheap and scuffed. It reads, "All you need is miracle," above a cartoonish image of disembodied lips at a phone receiver.
Notably absent is an actual phone number.
Turn the card over. On the other side, there's an indecipherable scribble. Whatever's written seems to begin with a D.
Into your pocket it goes.
You retract your hand from the man's pockets. The assignment brief, you've got to have it. I'll do what I can for you, pseudopod. Your double didn't notice your arrival. He doesn't notice your departure either. And. Okay. Ooh, wait, don't go that far. I'm sorry.
This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved.
Yeah,
for
I saw you have
personnel
already finished the
files.
platinum. Congratulations. Was it tough to do? 8? Okay. 7 or a 6. Is it the scariest people are claiming it to be?
A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. Your cryptonym, Cascade. The color reminds you of pomegranate. Your hand hesitates. The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you, in neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest elements. Name, Wilk Herschel. Cryptonym, Cascade. Born, Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents, none. Pay class D2. Years of service, all true. None of it useful just now.
Let's keep reading. Childhood bourgeois. History of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled to People's Republic of Kahila. Embraced post-historical materialism. In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record, gunshot, chest, retained bullet, 10mm pre-service. The bullet nuzzles your aorta, your heartbeat flutters. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Nice. Silent Hill F. Promised a lot, delivered little. Okay. And I mean, cashing in on the nostalgia, is that really something that we can say that it's a good thing? Confirmed. I like this one. Suicide risk minimal. Moving on. According to this file, that's all there is to you. Anything else in here?
There's another page behind this one. It's labeled Service History. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site.
I wonder if I want... rummage through the desk.
Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout
Hi there, AJ.
containers,
How are you
you
doing?
find an open pack of cigarettes. Suprema mark.
Suprema hundreds. Cheap super block export. Let's continue.
Smokes. Ease of mind. Cool.
Examine.
There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. It's like any other found in commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics.
Oh, they are playing... they are playing old Resident Evils? Nice. I would... I mean, with everything that is numbered, I would play the first ones first, but I guess it's nice that people are curious and going back if they are starting with this one for some reason.
A wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself. A crisply folded sheet of A7 paper.
Okay. Okay. You've carried papers like this, folded up and hidden away in secret pockets and compartments. This is ciphertext. Short, uneven letter chains, likely a Rosetta cipher, the most basic kind used by the Operant Bureau, designed to be decrypted by a one-time key. Its mate, somewhere nearby. Take the
The
smokes.
pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there.
Okay, step back. And...
You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm.
Hello?
Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments.
Love the villains. I mean, it should be fun to play with Leon, but I can understand that probably he feels overpowered.
The Magic Box, one of the proudest achievements of the Opera's Technical Services Office. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number of fragments before coalescing again by your ear.
Please tell me you have good news.
The voice of authority.
Well, you know, Leon shouldn't be... I mean, it's fun that you have another game where you can play with Leon, but Leon shouldn't be the main thing, right? It should be Grace and her story.
Otherwise known as your controller.
I don't have news, I have a problem.
Operant Cascade, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed.
Her voice is just as you remember.
We'll get to your problem in a moment. Put Pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man in the chair. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions per minute.
This is going
It takes
badly.
all your concentration to keep the receiver steady against your ear.
Something's very wrong with him. He's breathing but non-responsive, more than that I can
For
say.
a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all, save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Meaning eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant. The language of distance, a measure of cotton to muffle the fear.
I'll ask one more time. Is your double zeroed out?
Really?
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination herself. 5,000 kilometers away, in a small office deep underground, a mid-level controller of the Operant Bureau leans forward and cups a hand over her earpiece. Her other hand hovers above the keyboard, ready to faithfully record your next words. Her eyes reflect the glow of the terminal screen. She's been at her desk for 14 hours today. Once you say it, there's no going back. The momentum of events will overtake you.
He's still... I don't know, but...
Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of Spy Services? Fucking hell. The Opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
I don't know how to stop this. I always get my anxiety through the roof. When I played the demo for the first time, this also happened.
AKA the freezer, where the old, useless, and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair. The freezer. Shiver. Resist.
That's exactly the problem. You haven't got pseudopod and you haven't got the assignment either. Listen to me. This assignment is over. Effective immediately.
Over. Immediately. The words ricochet inside your skull.
The woman in the Photoshop downstairs, Constance. She's one of ours. Let her deal with pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key.
Right, I met her when I came in.
Do not tell her anything she doesn't need to know. As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
Already your mind is settling back into familiar grooves. Old mechanisms slide and click into position. That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well. They won't be expecting you back in the People's Republics for several days. Plenty of time for some self-directed espionage.
Let's exert. Failure. Well, screw me, I guess.
There's only one possible explanation.
This is all a simulation?
Simulation. That's a new one.
Precisely what the facilitator of a simulation would be required to say.
I found your cipher. Wanted me to see if... But everything that happens is
What you're
fake.
describing is utterly deluded. I can't even imagine how you think that's supposed to work. This must be some kind of maladapted trauma response. There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them.
It's sick, Mel. I'm getting turned on. What do you mean? What is this answer?
That's great, because you're not actually supposed to do anything. This assignment is over. Get on the next tram.
The tram, sure, on my way.
If what you're saying is true, enemies abound. Don't get yourself zeroed out.
A click, and the line goes dead.
Well, she believed... now she believes I believe I'm in the simulation. I don't know how that works, but...
A pair of men's trousers are hung. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far. Brown, shapeless, they are utterly unremarkable.
Let's search the
Front and
pockets.
back pockets are completely empty, except for a few pieces of lint.
And now let's search
You discover
thoroughly.
a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket. You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper.
Hello
The
there.
page is notebook-sized and perforated along one edge. It reads, THA,
Yes.
fake. The missing companion to the cipher you discovered in the cigarette packet. Totally meaningless, yet no meaning can be made without it.
This is a one-time key.
One that could be applied to the ciphertext you found in your personnel file. One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. He was trying to smooth out creases with shower steam.
Okay,
As
let's
you
leave.
turn away, a stray thought passes. They may never be worn again.
Okay. Let's go here
You
again.
return to the desk. The red folder is still sitting on its surface.
Oh, I can exert or not. Okay. Okay, success. Nice.
Letter by letter, words emerge from the mist. They speak in a voice you haven't heard for a long...
For Cascade, all will be forgiven. For me. What does that mean? The meaning is quite clear. It's the transgression that's a mystery. Transgressions, plural. You have a long list to hand. As sure as the figures from your past shout the words at you in unison, all will be forgiven. This is likely not a direct message from Pseudopod, but something he was meant to pass on to you. In that way, he has succeeded. And yet, he has simultaneously pulled off a near-flawless defeat. Only your double's advancing bald spot is visible to you over the rim of the chair. There is no response.
The day beyond the window beckons you outward. There's nothing left in there.
Okay. Let's go away. I still haven't checked this.
Following the cord from your double's headphones, you come to a mid-sized time stereo resting on a sideboard.
A prototype 0909 50-watt with multi-disc changer. Last generation model. Designed for affordability at the expense of power and clarity.
Check the disc.
Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words, Ultravioletta, you but from a dream, handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist.
What have we here?
The disc is loaded, ready to tell you. A brief internal hum, then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there, like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket.
Enough
You step
stereo.
away from the equipment.
The stereo is right.
Okay, wait.
Crimson flashes within its casing as the disc picks up speed. You hear nothing. It doesn't appear to be. The disc, an artifact of no substance onto which nothing of substance has been recorded. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though nothing has seemingly happened. The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk. The plastic latch clicks into place, and the discus begins. The kitchen light hums and splinters momentarily. On the hidden side of the sun, a polar radiation storm congeals. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though nothing is. A brief internal hum.
Okay.
Then you remove the red disc and return it to your pocket.
Enough
You
stereo.
step away from the equipment.
Okay. Dishes recently washed. Something is rooting through the bin in the alley below.
You dial your controller's number. Raw information atomizes itself.
I thought you were headed out. What is it?
You're right, sorry.
You have your directive. Get moving, operant.
The line goes dead.
Okay, it's just a connection to them. So, this is what I have in my inventory. This is what I have right now. These are the assignments and whatnot. Okay. And okay, this is right now what I have. Let's go. Downstairs we go. Enough, you're blacklisted. Take your sick little games elsewhere.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence.
Are you not? The woman you met on your way in, she runs the photo shop and maintains your safe house, the man you don't recognize. That's an interesting camera he is carrying. Professional class, no consumer model. Okay. Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something.
The mention of loaded guns stands your hairs on end. The woman casts a split-second glance in your direction, requesting assistance. Not your conflict, no need to engage. What's going on here?
Stark realities that prevent me from pursuing my interests. Also racism, maybe.
A crack of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Safe-ish bet. Where do you know him from? Okay. A lonesome utility shack high above the city, its door broken on its hinge. A white cat tracks bloody prints in the dirt, sadness overwhelming. What does that mean?
What?
Whose cat is that?
The what? Cat? You must be huffing photochemicals with this confused woman. Perhaps you share an alternative lifestyle. Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress I'll now carry through my day.
He gives you one more glance as he leaves, garish coat flapping behind him. That was exciting, wasn't it? She watches him go, then looks at you. Who was that man? Nobody. A seedy little oddity who likes making fantastical threats. He seemed to know me from somewhere. Probably just his lascivious aura. He's a local specimen. I doubt he ever gets out of Quizak. Before we get into it, I want to get one thing clear. Just because I'm working for the Opera does not make me some kind of communist. The Operant Bureau, it should go without saying, is the spy service of the Superbloc, aka the Communists. Your politics are relevant to me as long as you do your job. So don't even attempt to seduce me with your post-historical dialectics. Your double already tried his hardest. I'm here strictly for the espionage. Which reminds me, I have some funds to redistribute. Your stipend for the assignment. Okay. Cha-ching. While we're on the subject of allocating resources, here's that screwdriver pseudopod requested. She produces a small toolkit and slides it across the counter. This toolkit looks so empty, barely usable in its current state. Fortunately, it appears highly expendable. I didn't ask. What am I supposed to do with the screwdriver? Fix the damn fax machine, of course. She gestures toward the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you. Okay. You could also simply give it to Pseudopod. I'm sure he's more than capable with it. Speaking of, where is your double? She deserves to hear it from you. Do not let her find Pseudopod upstairs by herself. This woman could be a valuable source of information if you can prize it from her. I want to know, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell her about Pseudopod. Yes, what is it? A lead weight pulls her expression downward. Something's wrong with him. He's completely non-responsive. My God, you're saying he is? I can't say. He was like that when I found him. Oh God, it takes a bit for your meaning to reach her. Shock, bewilderment, your cue. What do we do, operant? I found this in the stereo upstairs. I've never seen this before. What's on it? Do you know a band called Ultravioleta? No, I don't pay attention to all that. Music is very overrated, in my opinion. A wrong opinion, but all music, unhuman. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I see, maybe that's a good place to start. I must say, it doesn't look like a regular disc like you buy at the shops. This looks more like a bootleg. First off, when did you last see him? It was yesterday, when he returned for the evening. He looked stressed, like he was shouldering a great burden. Hi there, Gilles. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. What sort of burden? It must have been the assignment, I'm sure. The assignment? Nothing, only the bare rudiments. I thought it was supposed to be that way. This isn't getting anywhere. Well, true. Pseudopod was a very good teacher. He said it would fall on me to see after any operants who are incapacitated in theater. I wonder, did he ever suspect he was talking about himself? Does anyone else have access? Absolutely not. Nobody's been upstairs except yourself and Pseudopod. The aggressive man said she's been huffing photochemicals, perhaps an ether addict. You're certain? No aggressive locals with fancy cameras? I can assure you, operant. Oh dear, I could use a rag. What do you think happened? I haven't the faintest idea. I'm adrift. Pseudopod struck me as an absolute professional and very cautious. Your double's condition is of secondary importance. First order remains figuring out what your assignment was meant to be. Of course, if you could restore him to himself, perhaps he could brief you as he was the plan. I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here. That way I can keep an eye on him. A doctor. Right. Dr. Hugo would help. He runs a houseboat clinic in the back ways to the west of the Bootleg Bazaar, far end of the docks past the waterlock. Okay. Glad to hear it, Jill. I'm also doing great, exploring this game. I can't really say for certain. He kept things very close as he was supposed to. Have you tried the Bootleg Bazaar? He was down there yesterday. The Bootleg Bazaar, that matches the purchase order you found on his body. I'm not familiar. It's where all the knockoffs and illegal imports come make their way into the city. It's only sprung up in the last few years, part of the whole mania for all things Elysium. Looking for there. He said he intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he was after precisely. There, your double's passed the baton to you. Find out what brought him to this bazaar and you'll be one step closer to your assignment. How do I get? You can practically see it from the front door, due south in the ruins of the old silk factory. Head west from the roundabout. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Constance. Okay. Anything for the assignment, she gives you a professional nod. Are we alone here? Any other tenants I need to worry about? No, it's very secure, just the three of us. Upstairs, your double twitches, electrical reflex running to a dead switchboard. Nosy customers? Most people prefer drop off and pick up for their film and prints. No one's ever in here for very long. Married?
Divorce.
Suddenly she has voice acting. He grew bored of me. Wasn't in the cards. Okay.
I don't presume to know the inner workings of the opera, but I have to think I could be better utilized.
How do you mean?
Of course, I'm happy with the tasks I've been assigned thus far. Keeping a safe house is a major responsibility, but I have other skills, you know.
Such as?
Chemistry, for one. I have an entire photo lab back here with access to all kinds of toxic chemicals and powders. And yet I doubt anyone would suspect a woman like me of, say, poisoning someone.
Did you poison the guy upstairs? It was having a lot of issues,
The
I see.
assignment required it.
This is a woman who's planned countless perfect murders in her idle hours.
That's extremely useful to know.
I'm not saying I hope it comes to that, just if it does.
What's your opinion on the assignment? Forgive me, is this some kind of test? Shouldn't you be the one advancing thesis and so forth?
Granted, this is only my debut, but it seems to me that something's very amiss. No matter what we do, nothing appears to go according to plan. Pseudopod assured me it's all part of the work, but it gives me a rather unsettled feeling. And now, well...
No denying it.
Yes, that much is clear.
Okay. What's wrong with the fax machine?
It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order.
She gestures towards the hulking machine behind you.
Just looking at that thing causes you to take psychic damage. Best stay away.
What the hell? Why?
Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room first.
No one told me anything about the fax machine.
I'm telling you now, Oprim. That's what's happening here. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green should be well within your power.
Says the
Red
woman.
beast hum in with dormant power. A handless scribe. It just needs to be soothed.
Yeah, I would imagine a woman that is able to deal with chemicals. I mean, you're assuming too much about me. Before you do, I understand this is your first time back in theater for some time. She hesitates, a little shy all of a sudden. Yes. I just wanted to say welcome back to the opera. Okay. So where's the fax machine? Behind me, you said? Okay, no, don't go so far. Just swimming lessons with Paulo. Ben Day is now bi-weekly. Parakeets for sale. Okay, interesting. Shelf stacked by a hoarder and then labeled by an obsessive hoarder. Is that the fax machine? Wait. Holiday cards 97 pre-order. A sense of malignant mystery emanates from the fax machine. A humongous white block of office technology sits in front of you. It looks like a sacrificial altar made of plastic. Okay. Inside, mechanical parts are assembled in such a way that it can scream analog messages across huge distances. Okay. Remove the panel. Your screwdriver makes short work of the starhead screws holding the side panel in place. You set them aside one by one and gently remove the plastic panel. Okay. A failure? Come on, it said highly favorable.
I was assured there'd been many urgent communiques coming through this machine.
Can I try again? No, it's locked. Well, I can try again apparently. This is a one-time thing and I screwed it up. Okay. She spends slow afternoons rearranging the postcards under glass. The beaded curtain bifurcates her into back room and front counter. Okay, I did. What is going on with the news? The screen flickers, static turns to black, a booming voice emerges. Did you know water covers approximately 63% of the world, but the sky covers 100%? Obviously. A masked man appears on screen gesturing wildly.
Wrong. The sky is only 98% sky. The other 2% is used to cover up the fact that they replaced the moon 4 times.
I don't know why his voice and the way he talks sound familiar. Not too sure why.
But they don't want you to know that. That's why they're coming for me. But not before I tell you the truth.
The screen warps and color shifts. Between clips of the bagged man talking, a phone number flashes urgently. You jot down the digits as Bagman watches on. What's this about? This is an advertisement for a daily television program hosted by a man wearing a paper bag over his head.
I am Subcommandante Beckman, and this is the reality situation. No breaks, no filters, no cowards. This is a war, and I don't take orders from anyone, especially not reality.
He glares into the camera, paper holes wide. A prophet on the edge of madness. But doesn't reality outrank most military structures? Above Bagman's head, the words psychic control grid scroll across the screen.
I know about the Boers. I know about iodine. La Luz's invisible aircraft carriers. Weaponized nostalgia. Microbial microphones. Lunar obfuscation programs.
A mishmash of conspirational nonsense commonly found in most of the developed world. One exception, the Boers, which may just be a local oddity.
Find out what I know by tuning into the reality situation. Airing until they shut us down.
Turn away from the TV. The sounds from the commercial fade. Okay, interesting. I don't want to salute the guy in the TV. Wait, okay, I'm not supposed... I don't know why sometimes she walks faster, walks slowly. Okay. Hello. Here we are. Okay. Now I have access to the map. Wait, why are you... Don't walk. Okay. Party alley. Interesting. You are here. Where am I? I don't see the you are here. Ah, okay, it's the cross. The fax machine is locked because I failed. Okay. 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 A sour smell rises from the rubbish, drawing flies and scuttling things. The pale crisp glow of a reading lamp shines from your new neighbor's window. A mountainside layered with residential buildings, the topmost disappear into cloud. Okay, my computer is dying while playing this. Okay, so this is a dead end? Yep. Okay. What? Where am I? I don't understand this map, honestly. You can't go. Oh, okay, I can go through here. Commercial propaganda guides you in the direction of squalor, or the so-called bazaar. Okay. Huh, what is this? Oh, okay. I found a new area. Hey, tall lady. Yeah?
Finally, someone with courtesy. Do you know when the 9 is coming?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder toward the tram lines. Suitcases surround him.
I'm just out for a walk.
Ah, sorry to bother you, madame. I suppose not everyone is stranded here like myself.
Why are you stranded?
I'm waiting on the 9. I was told it was having some problems. But it's supposed to be in service any day now.
An exotic air about this man. Difficult to place. And exceptionally handsome. The suit he's wearing hasn't been changed in days.
Where are you trying to go?
Home. I was told to take this tram here, line 9. It's supposed to be in service any day now. I've been here a week.
Enough time to grow accustomed to new surroundings and start noticing things.
A week is a long time to be waiting around for a tram.
I agree. But what am I to do? It seems to be the only way out of this city.
Maybe I could ask around about the 9, see what's up.
I would appreciate it.
Have you seen my colleague by chance? Middle-aged man, medium height, brown jacket, bald spot.
I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact.
Oh, sleeping brother.
Was he with anybody?
No, he was alone. Why do you ask?
He was supposed to meet me here, but didn't show.
I guess we share the same fate.
He gestures toward the empty tram spot. I'll check back soon.
Thank you. I'll be here in the meantime. Waiting.
Water gurgles beneath. Okay, so was the bazaar to this side? What?
You hear laughter and music ahead. You can still make out the lower half of the words SL3 sticking out on the brick beneath.
Where to begin? Pseudopod had a purchase order from a bazaar vendor signed Carmuna. She must be in there somewhere.
You also have the red disc from the stereo system. You could seek out a media vendor to assess it.
Okay. A mass of soft animals. Okay. Brass antiques huddled together, their forms carved by hands long gone. Do astronauts still exist?
Excuse me. Can you take a look at this?
The young woman turns from a stall of party wigs and beaded necklaces to thrust a photograph under your nose. Her hood a bureau, she the mouse within. Look at the photograph. The photograph shows a robust man well into his 60s. He is unremarkable save his eyes, which are magnified to comedic proportions by the thick lens spectacles in front of them.
Have you seen him before?
No. What is this about?
Have you?
Who is he?
Mi viejo. My dad. He's been missing a few days.
Sorry to hear that.
He probably just started walking and got lost. Old people do that kind of thing.
Her eyes are bloodshot, hair greasy. No sleep, 3, maybe 4 days. You don't sound convinced.
I'm just worried. I told him watching too much TV was making him crazy.
Television has advanced enough to destroy minds since you were last out of the superblock? Please, yes! Why are you excited about this prospect? Anyone regularly listening to Bagman's sermons on reality could easily lose their grip of the thing. Tell me how the TV insanity tech works.
After Dad retired, his friend Gilmar turned him onto this show, the reality situation.
Of course.
They were obsessed, had them convinced they were truth detectives. Which apparently means someone who goes around looking for evidence of invisible aircraft carriers and iodine-deficient children. Dad and Gilmar were always following up on leads and calling into the show. Felt like Bagman was encouraging them, you know?
Sounds like he preys on vulnerable old men.
That's what I was scared of. Look, this is kind of embarrassing. My dad developed this insane theory about the payphone to the western exit of the bazaar.
Go on.
Dad thought certain words said into the right phone gets your attention from the wrong people. He was convinced Emter was behind it all.
Continue. Emter, aka and L'Empire Sans Territoire, aka the Bank, richest intelligence service in the world and longtime enemy of the opera and therefore you. What are the words he thought set it off?
They seem pretty random. Cousins, moon, reunion.
How'd he know those were the words?
His friend Gilmar called him from that phone after he'd spent the night following around some Emter guys. They were both big into the conspiracy stuff. He'd overheard something and was explaining it when the call just cut off. My dad went by his house the next day, but Gilmar wasn't there.
Yeah, it doesn't, right? The layout. I like the layout of the game very much, but it does look like lines of code. And not long after, your dad was gone too.
He looked for Gilmar for 2 weeks. Reported him missing to the GMs. Nothing.
If any of this is true, that means the payphone is tapped. It's being monitored at all times.
A couple days ago, he stopped by the stall to bring me lunch. Then he said he was going to make a call. I wasn't nervous at first. I figured there was no risk of anything actually happening. And then he didn't come home.
Washing out the container that carried homemade rice and beans, glassing out the window above the sink as the sun goes down. Don't look at the clock. Don't look. Don't. I see.
Yeah. It's just
Why
crazy old
am I
man
not
shit.
looking at the
He
clock?
probably just wandered off.
Momentarily, the mumbling from the nearby stall hushes, listening.
Yeah. Thanks for humoring me. Don't pay too much attention to it. He'll probably turn up any day now.
Are you sure?
You could keep an eye out for him, maybe? I just want to know if he's okay.
Okay.
Anyway, you want a wig? I hear they make you fun at parties. Why?
Knuckles white as she balls them into fists. I want to look it over. Maybe I can find some sign of your dad.
Really? You're not going to try to make a call or anything, right?
Nope, just looking around.
Okay. It's the phone by the western entrance to the bazaar.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, that's Ultravioleta, the Lusian pop star. Always thought that type of music was too young for me, but I've been enjoying her stuff recently for some reason.
Have you heard of this song, You But From a Dream?
No, but it's definitely her kind of title.
She peers at the disc again, blonde hair falling over her face. Okay.
Weird disc that. Oh, you should ask Petre at the music stall over there. He'll know more. Doubt he's an ultra though.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he came by. Nice man. Talked a lot about socks.
Tell me about him.
He was, normal. Pretty forgettable, if I'm honest. I told him, unless your socks are mismatched and neon-colored, I'm not much use to you.
Any idea where he went?
Not really. Wandered off into the bazaar.
Okay. Looking you straight in the eye, sympathetic. She really doesn't know.
What do you mean, something's happened? Did he use the phone?
Don't think so. I know where he is, just not what happened.
Oh, well, at least you have that.
Thanks anyway.
Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of distracted when he showed up. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay. Let me see my journal. The phosphorus glow of a Lumisol Elite 82 cartoon figures dart on screen. She's going to melt his head. The girl leans in closer to the television set.
On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature stands up on its hind legs and howls. Its fur bristles gold.
I'm not sure what's the whole picture of the game, but right now you're playing, it seems like kind of an amnesiac spy, because you're playing as Cascade, but you know nothing of her story. So you're kind of piecing together by interacting with other characters that know you, or at least know you to some extent. You're kind of trying to piece together who you are and what you are supposed to do. It doesn't help that also the assignment or the job that you were supposed to do as a spy is not well, you couldn't get the assignment because the guy that was supposed to give you the details of the job is catatonic. Not really dead because he has a pulse, but not really alive as well.
Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. No wonder the kids are watching this.
Okay.
Suddenly, the beast roars and light floods the screen. It's followed by a wet, pulpous sound. An acceptable mimicry of a skull liquefying under extreme thermal stress.
So right now we are trying to make sense of what the assignment was supposed to be so we don't fail and go back into the freezer. Ecstatic Wolf is awake. The boy grins at the television, gripping the toy sword on his belt a little tighter.
LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. Durable PVC hilt with textured grip. Impressive armament.
Nice sword. It's from the best show ever, 66 Wolves. They make it in La Luz.
La Luz, once a powerful empire, now reconstituted as a modern techno-fascist state. The rising military and cultural power of the day.
And what is 66 Wolves about? It's about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart, and each one contains a wolf, and the wolves come out to make war with the angels because they want to take over the world. And the wolves have sick weapons and really cool attacks. He gestures at his sword. This is Tyrant Wolf's flaming claymore. Did you buy it from one of the stalls around here? No, he frowned slightly offended. It's one of the real ones. He means it's not from the bazaar, but from La Luz. Our aunt bought it for him.
Aren't he going on trips to La Luz? Must be a high flyer. Rare in Portofino.
What do you know about La Luz? It's the place where they make all the cool stuff. It's not like here. She leans closer as if sharing a secret with you. I bet they even have flying tuk-tuks.
Ridiculous. These wobbling open chassis abominations can barely function on solid ground.
And also we have cousins over there. He turns to his sister.
Some Portoferans refer to Lusians as strange cousins, a nod to this island's colonial past.
Is your family from La Luz then? No, we were born here, and Mom is from Unsaun. I'm not sure how to read that.
Certainly not part of La Luz. It's a wealthy state in the developed world, known for its bogs and poets.
I asked Mom if our cousins could come over one day, and she said it's hard because La Luz is so far. I'm not sure if that's...
A mere 4-hour flight, but there are no commercial flights between Portofino and the Illuminated Empire.
I've learned a lot. But we barely told you anything. We can tell you everything about 66 Wolves, so you can just ask, okay? Later, kids.
The children ignore you, entranced by the television.
Might be worth a listen. Are a jumble of unheard. Okay. Wait, is this the. Nobody knows how to enjoy music. I'm guessing this is the guy that is. Illegal repeater stations hidden somewhere in the city keep this TV playing Lucian music videos 24/7. Okay. Let's talk to this guy because I think he's.
Off-brand driver. Cheap plastic housing.
The man gazes down in the crate of cartridge discs, eyes thin, lips drawn. He's outnumbered. Okay. Veins rise like old roots beneath his thin skin.
Mass-produced excrement.
Okay.
These animals pleasure themselves in it.
I'm not here to buy something. Who's pleasuring themselves?
Collectors, art students, tourists, tote bag owners, the whole dim herd.
Okay.
You see this? Each one guaranteed for 10,000 replays. Obscene.
No one will ever get it the way he does. Are you talking about music?
No. I'm talking about cultural ephemera. Speciality. But, as you can see, I spend my days backed into a corner, hopelessly outnumbered by the dead-eyed horde, dreaming of format-assisted auto-annihilation.
Capital beats down another one. What a joy it is to be unregulated. Ooh, nice. Success. Elitists like this come in two varieties, audiophile or cultural nostalgic. This man is definitely the latter. It's not actually about the formats themselves, it's about what they promise and what they represent. The format
That's
is.
right.
A little light ignites in the back of his pupils. Once the format becomes disposable, so does the content, both symptoms of widespread decay.
Imaginative faculties dulled by senseless repetition. Forgive me, friend. I'd mistaken you for a common replayer.
This is the highest compliment he has paid to anyone in months, maybe years. First obstacle avoided in what is evidently a labyrinth of personal ethics.
Too much to ask, I expect, that you're a fellow Einzelton aficionado.
The vendor glances at you, daring to hope. Einzeltone, no entries found, and no point trying to pretend. I am willing to learn.
One of a fast-fading few. Go ahead, browse away. My name's Petre. If you need anything, I'll be here, lamenting what's left of the culture.
Okay. Oof, there's a lot of stuff to. What's a replayer?
Picture a dog that shits, then eats it, then shits again. That should give you some idea.
Interesting. The interesting visual.
People are what they consume. I'll say no more.
So according to your logic and the analogy with the dog, people are shit. Is that what you're saying? It's less an opinion, more a criminal sentence. I think that makes you a shit merchant. Why wouldn't you? Why should you only appreciate something once? Why can't you appreciate it more than once? I'm confused. I understand that for a live performance. I don't understand that for a recorded media. There's different values to each one. I don't understand.
What's so bad?
I thought you understood this. I thought we...
Tired somewhat inevitably, you feel, with the replayer brush.
That people pay for it. That I have to make a living pushing replayable narcotics to so-called customers. Read addict. I haven't met a customer in a very long time who even knows what an Einzelton XR is, let alone appreciates the format. Tells you all you need to know about the current state of the...
Which raises an intimidating question. What is?
Einzelton XR, to give it its proper title. The one true format.
Okay.
The apex of auditory technology. A high-fidelity yet dynamic sonic experience that self-effaces after a single play.
Behold, the paladin who stands before absurdity and declares, well, technically... You can only play these things once. How does it erase itself?
A magnet embedded in the disc erases its contents as it's being listened to.
Oh. A technological muscle flex, reproduction and erasure just millimeters away in space, milliseconds in time.
As in life, everything happens only once. Replayability is oblivion. The end.
This guy is against games that have New Game Plus. Once its contents are erased.
It loses its resale value. And the uninspired replayer who listened to it loses a piece of their soul.
How big of a piece? Enough to efface their personality?
Oh, yes. Completely. Though they'd have to have been pretty soulless to play it in the first place.
Fanatical, biased, not to be taken literally.
Remnants.
Okay.
The aftermath of a magnetic charge once you take... The Einzelton magnets are so potent that the erasure is absolute. The X is meant to represent the negative, the complete absence of sound or vision.
Okay. Portofino at the break of the 60s, a teenage boy sits on his bed and gazes at a full-page magazine ad for a brand new single-play format. The crimson of the disc spellbinds him. Excited thumbs leave sweatprints on the page. Below the spotlit red disc in bold-faced text with Einzelton XR. Why did I get stuck on that? The first time is the only time. The boy's lips trace the words in awe.
It was a very beautiful time, too.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect a replayer like you to understand.
Have you seen Malon's father around here at all?
Is he? Is he? I'm not surprised. That fool and his friend would wander into the jaws of a lion if they were told.
Someone was telling them what to do?
That TV show. Idiot with a bag on his head. Your regular stop for hysterical lies, paranoia. Every night at 9 p.m. The old fool was always regurgitating whatever he had heard on there the next day. It's no wonder it eventually led him into trouble.
Okay, I found the strange disc.
How? Format or content?
You tell me.
He takes the disc warily.
An Einzelton XR.
You have made a terrible mistake. You have brought him a dead example of the one true format.
Oh. You'll know when I kick off, friend. I might take a few.
Einzeltone hasn't been available to consumers for a decade. A disc in good condition is worth thousands of soul to people
I like
who
you mean I'm
appreciate,
rich?
provided it's well cared for and unplayed.
It's not unplayed. Well, it was playing before, right?
Filthy animals. Those. Better they recalled them all years ago. Better a mass manufacturing fault than this to say.
Okay. His rising anger gone in an instant, like a fuse being tripped.
A light switch flips off in his eyes. He handles it as reverently as if it were a tiny plastic coffin.
I'm sorry.
Talking to the Iseltone, not you.
UV can only be ultraviolet. Degenerate Lucian Electrodrosser. There's a new fabricated star every day, it seems. But she's the top of today's pile.
What's a contemporary L-pop star doing on this obscure format?
Some kind of promo copy, I would assume. Maybe an advanced single of some kind?
So you think it's real, not a bootleg?
Of course it's real. You can't bootleg an Einzeltone. Another of its enduring qualities. This ultraviolet has gone missing at the moment. Kidnapped by counter-fascist radicals, whatever that means. Lucian marketing plot, if you ask me.
Why would that be good marketing?
Mystery, fragility, trying to add something of the legendary to her status.
Okay.
Things like her make me almost miss the days the Lucians were marching on the colonies.
He glances at the red disc and runs a thumb over its surface.
None of this is the Einzeltone's fault, of course. They can't control what gets seared upon them.
There's got to be some way to recover what's on it.
You seem to have misunderstood my soliloquy. It's done. No mass. The beauty and the tragedy of the format.
Okay.
I hope you dispose of it with dignity. I think a private ceremony.
Private
is most
ceremony.
appropriate.
Ooh. Nothing is ever truly gone. Everything leaves a residue. Everything with a charge can be summoned back.
I'm afraid not. The format is near obsolete. Einzeltone is the past, yet it contains the future. How exquisite.
No, I mean there must be some way of reconstructing the media on them. The vendor recoils as if you just spat at his feet.
So, your question is, Petre, how do I reanimate a corpse?
Necromancy, yes, dark techno necromancy, exactly.
You should speak plainly then. I'll be honest, the thought is so disturbing to me that I've never entertained it before. But theoretically,
You have left the realm of reality and are hacking the firewall of techno-philosophy.
theoretically it might be possible. You would have to repolarize, re-remanence processing, probably a concentrated magnetic flip, neodymium grader. It would involve some custom gear, no doubt, but my answer to your distressing question is yes. I think you could.
I'd love to try.
Why don't you film it and make a snuff disc out of it? One for the techno-voyeurs. Don't ask me about this again. I feel unclean.
The vendor's eyes narrow behind his orange.
This is a media store, not the missing persons division. Other one of
Okay.
the
The Guardia Municipal. Street cops. He pruned the conversation forcefully, artificially. There is more. Average height, bald spot, brown jacket. Honestly, someone you might easily. You seem like a man who remembers his customers.
I try. So most of humanity fades into an indistinguishable morass of banality. This colleague, what does he look like?
The sock boy.
The sock boy. Dialectical-looking glasses, air of advanced virginity.
Back in photo 24, your would-be double gurgles his ascent.
That's him, sock specialist.
Yes, he came by here. Little commune is lost, adrift among the many wonders of the free market.
You see him now, eyes wide, reward circuit shorted out by the cut and thrust of commerce. Was this pseudopod's first time leaving the superblock? You seem like a people person. What was your appraisal?
Heir of a child hastily abandoned at a fire station, waiting on a mother who won't be coming back.
Okay. One of the Operant Bureau's most fundamental precepts, to declaim all knowledge of those marked the lost in theater. Those who fail the party cease to be acknowledged by the party. What did he want?
He was dreaming big, I'll give him that. Also dreaming moronic. Your dialectical friend mistook himself for some sort of big money businessman. He wanted the bazaar to import superblock hosiery. Socks to start with, but there was talk of cotton tights, even stockings if the venture took off.
Making inroads with his persona, competent in theater at least for this period of play. He would have made a fine double. Did he buy anything?
No. And to be honest, I wouldn't have wasted the stock. He seemed immune to music.
Did you two talk formats?
You're joking, of course. He didn't even know what a velo disc was. Let alone an... Of course not. I don't sell socks.
A consecrated ground of tiny crooked monuments.
So is he alright, your man? Or what?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm asking around.
He's probably neck deep in drug.
Hi there, Alex. How are you doing?
Lobotomized by the latest in electro-pop dreck. Wonders of the developed world.
Okay. The vendor gouges you behind his colored lenses, tongue scheming teeth. All across the city of Petre, there is silence. People peer out fearfully from the slivers between curtains.
I'll be blunt. Are you with a weeping eye?
What? The techno-fascist secret police of La Luz, dark subconscious of the state specializing in old-school ugly methods. Your natural enemies, the ones who took you all apart 5 years ago, hackles race. Why would you think I'm with a weeping eye?
Because they've been especially active here recently. Usually they just let things slide. All the Lucian merchandise, good for everyone. But these days, they're staring right at us, unblinking. Keep them. If things get too hot, I can always slit my wrists with a shard of Velodis before they take me down.
Oddly specific.
My point is, your colleague was asking questions. Now, something's obviously happened, and here you are, also asking questions. Given the current climate, no one wants to answer these questions, least of all, me.
Then point me to someone who does?
I'll tell you what I told your sock friend. Speak to the boatman down by the West docks.
Okay.
He's the one who knows the underground goings on around here. We're just the vendors.
Which boatman?
The cool one.
In his Baroque hierarchy of shame, cool falls just under replayer, the cardinal sin.
Excessive sunglasses. Relaxed aura, likely on a boat.
Okay.
Wonderful. Now for all our sakes, please say, if you want to talk media formats, I'm your man. This other stuff.
Catch you later.
Maybe not. The bazaar is closing up soon.
Saída de emergência. Keep closed at all times. Okay. A sign warning that sale of contraband is punished by law. So, where would the person about the socks be? I don't see anyone that may want to buy socks.
A cosmonaut suit. Its shoulder patch reads, "The stars are ours." Your focus widens back to the bazaar. A low, tilting shelf marked in heavy block letters. Despised subgenres. Various sections are separated by narrow plastic dividers, each one labeled with the same neat script. A single label fills up the entire back row. Leloux's state-sanctioned popular music format, algorithmically optimized, ideological.
Thank you. What galls me is that it doesn't matter how I label any of it. These animals thank me for being thorough, then buy two.
Reason will not help you here. Close your eyes and let your hand seek out what it wants. There. Swirling maelstroms of darkness adorn the album cover, intricate but hardly visible patterns of black and slightly darker black. The band logo was in an illegible scrawl, allegedly composed of letters in the human script. On the spine you find the title, Blood Golem. What is it? It is what your hand wanted and found, violence, an all-out auditory assault. Its condition is pristine, as though it were pressed yesterday for us and us alone.
Still crass music on a crass replayable format, but at least it's not an active attempt to idiotize the population. I'll give you that.
I might come back. Move on.
You turn your attention away from the shelf.
Ads for boxing lessons and protein powder clustered together for safety. The fly promised steamy stunions. Okay. Oh, interesting. Zippy the Tarantula needs a new home, not child-friendly. Either someone broke into the abandoned pet shop or something broke out. Oh, I'm at the docks.
An assortment of cargo crates sits in waiting. adorned with faint chalk marks and bright yellow labels. Machine printed, crisp and official. They all bear the same logo, tiny gold dots in a precise angular pattern. A shipment with last week's date from the Luz, the Illuminated Empire.
Officially, the Illuminated Empire, an auto-technocratic regime which has emerged from its slumber in recent decades. These crates aren't smuggled at all, they're government-sanctioned. Insidious imperialism, today the soft power, tomorrow the hard.
A maze of hastily drawn letters and numbers stands in contrast to the printed labels above. The symbols range from A to D, 0 to 9.
We're not meant to be able to, it's not for you. Peek inside.
One of them has been slit open. 2 packs missing.
The sight reminds you of a set of stairs descending into the dark of the basement. Who could have taken them?
These crates here aren't exactly state secrets. Anyone with a keen eye and nimble fingers could do it.
Okay. You step away. The old dye factory. Entryway to the bazaar. This is the one, the payphone that makes people disappear. The receiver emits a hollow whisper in your ear. Leave. I'm gonna leave for now. A filthy flyer glued to the wall, a row of bespectacled men stare into the middle distance while in their midst a lone figure looks towards the viewer, a man with a brown paper bag on his head, above him in bold letters, the reality situation. His gaze piercing from the 2 eye holes cut in the bag. Right. The People's Bureau of Entertainment would never allow something this anarchic to make it to air. You know where this poster would look absolutely bitchin'? Where? That big blank wall next to your bed in photo 24. Background check conducted at time of recruitment confirms that Cascade attended St. Ludwina's boarding school from the ages of 11 to 17. School subject reports that return visits home to the residence of her mother, Wilk, were infrequent and, quote, impersonal. And the opera's moved you between so many different apartments in the last 5 years you've never had a chance to unpack, let alone decorate. Constance is a comrade of the arts. She'd understand, nay, encourage this. It's been adhered to the wall with blue reusable adhesive. Sticky, easy for quick installation and removal. You're able to get it down and rolled up without any difficulty. Bagman's been flooding the city with these. They're designed to be taken home. A reality check. A temporary cargo storage shed. Okay. The quaint food bar serves a wide variety of seafood and fish. Sign promise of fresh fish clashes with overpowering scent of putrefaction. Yeah, I would imagine so. A familiar flash of red catches your eye. What do you mean a familiar flash of red? What's this? Ah. Okay. I like how how the items. Oh, interesting. It changes the perspective.
With awkward reverence, you approach the street shrine.
Religion? The shrine lacks the sacred air of Mercian churches you knew as a child. It is an organic thing, maintained by locals of their own volition. Like a collective
A
artwork.
spectacle of porphyrian humanity. The steps worn with years of its visitors' hope and grief.
Whatever their meaning, they were enough to summon you here now, to the shrine rammed into the site of the city. Look at the
Ink
elegies.
stains and knife scratches adorn the shrine. Jagged words cast toward the flickering sky.
Dice hurled across cosmic felt.
In your guiding, we learn. Do you envy our brief, searing lives? Marco loves Puss. As you fade, we follow.
Examine the
A
offerings.
collection of cheap plastic photo frames, haphazardly arranged on a red checkered tablecloth. Each heavy with significance, all of it lost on you. Between them lie offerings and totems, a necklace, some out of circulation coins, an old packet of smokes. Prayers flit amongst the offerings, answered or ignored. Who knows?
Ooh, success.
You adjust your position and gather the appropriate reverence.
The
The audience
no.
of framed strangers watches you in silence.
Unfortunately, Gilles, not right now because I had to build the OBS stuff from scratch, so it won't work as well. Finished editing photos of the Cosmic Nick photo shoots today. Nice, productive.
A prayer of interference. For the gambler palming a final chip. For the veteran lacing up boots cracked at the heels. For the fool stepping into the current and demanding the river change course. The words hang in the air, brittle as glass. The strangers do not blink. 100 forgotten faces, frozen in time. A crack of moonlight cuts across the shrine, the shadows bending unnaturally. Your words are gone as they are uttered, couriered upwards on the air's
Ooh.
invisible wires.
Nice.
The light around you is dimming, behind the surrounding rooftops.
Okay, interesting. Now I'm gonna talk to the guy, which I assume is the boatman. Ah, no, where are you going? Sometimes you kinda misclick. Sat and smoked in that chair every day for 30 years. The chair remains. Okay. I'm gonna talk to this guy.
The Guardia Municipal officer is intensely scratching at his neck. As you approach, he wipes his hand
I'm assuming
on
this
his
is the guy I
handbag.
need to talk to. He tugs at his collar as if to hide the cracked red skin. Hope there's a reason you've stopped an officer while he's on duty.
The folks who guard property rights are not worthy of answers.
So... I mean, the socks trade. Socks are the one thing I don't need. Too many elderly relatives for that. Officer Morito, agente coordenador for the Guardia Municipal. He sniffs sharply. Do you need help with anything? Anything threatening the peace lately? Did you know that Malin's father is missing? The kid's still showing that photograph to anyone walking by, is she? He gazed into this. He is missing, yeah.
A tinge of affection.
She tell you about the whole payphone thing too? The one her dad was obsessed with? She did. Think there's any truth? It's nonsense, if you ask Maurito. Maurito really feels for the kid, you know? His tongue clicks against his teeth. Fucking Anno, filling her head with the shit. You looked into this suspicious payphone, I assume? Can't, he sniffs. Payphones belong to an hotel.
The largest corporate entity in Portofino. A monopoly over the city's telecommunications. Their logo is a cheerful dolphin.
It's private business. The Guardia Municipal doesn't have jurisdiction to look into that. Who does then? The Fiscalia. One could get a request through them, but that's a lot of paperwork. Better to stick to the law. The law's not perfect, but it's there.
Hard to argue with a non-existent point.
Her dad actually disappeared then? Yeah, Enno's gone. His jaw shifts sideways. Him and his other fuck-up buddy, Gilmar.
But not dead.
So, thank you so
He
much for the
reckons.
raid. Welcome.
way
How
his
is
face
everyone? How are you
curdles.
doing? Let me actually, give you a shout out. What were you doing? Welcome everyone. Welcome Hobbit Warlord, Big Potato, Strixie. What were you doing? Oh, just chatting. What were you doing? And also, so how was your stream? We were watching geeks going speed dating and it was hilarious and sweet. What is that, like a show, a television show or something? Doesn't it strike you as odd, both of them vanishing? Figured these two just ran off. His eyes turned to the bazaar's front gates, leaving the kid to deal with their mess. You think they ran off together? Not at the same time, that'd be too obvious. Anno reported Gilmar missing about a week before he disappeared.
That's a lot of skepticism around reported and disappeared.
Way I see it, they started planting the phone story weeks ahead of time as a cover, planned the whole scheme. What for? Got to theories. He holds up two calloused fingers in emphasis. That's is the obvious one, of course. It makes sense. 80% of all disappearances are death related. The other 20 is mostly divorces, especially when a boat's involved.
He's not so much connecting dots as he's sketching them into existence.
What about kidnappings or other involuntary disappearances? So you don't know if either of them were in debt. It's statistics, I can't argue with those. Now if it's not that, then we're clearly looking at something more salacious. Too many, eh? His eyes narrowed to slits behind the tinted glasses. Old friends, close friends, detecting together. Forbidden old man love was not on my list of theories, yeah. Poor Malin, she's surrounded by ghosts and idiots. Whoa there, no need to get explicit. What do you mean? It's not explicit. I don't need the image in my head. What are you talking about? How well do you know Malin? It was an online reality show about the speed dating event at Comic-Con. Ooh, interesting. Disco Elysium, yes, and this one is made by the same people. I never played Disco Elysium, but everyone that sees this game talks about it. Not well, but I've known her a long time. His thumb runs along the edge of his mustache. Anno used to bring her here as a toddler. Everything alright there? How bad does it look?
A smeared pattern with streaked edges. You can rule out natural irritants.
Looks like a chemical burn, maybe an allergic reaction. Shit. There is this topical boar repellent I've been using. Instructions said to apply generously. Well,
Common boar deterrents. Loud noises and strong smells.
I would love
such as
it. Oh, I
predator
need to check it
urine,
out. I've never
placed in
seen much about the
strategic
game.
locations.
Are you serious? And right in the middle of a boar infestation too. Okay. Tell me about this boar infestation. It used to be a seasonal problem. The line of his jaw softens. Every autumn, some adults would come down, bold and hungry. But lately, it's more of a permanent residency. Come down from where? The hills up north, as far as I've heard. Valle de Suspiro. You've got thorns, ferns, old trees, a nightmare to patrol. Are these boars dangerous? At best, they're a nuisance. The little ones are fine, but the adults could take off a kneecap if you're not careful. And then there's the really big one, the mother.
The way he intones the word mother suggests a primitive monotheist before an image of a graven god.
Massive, furs all matted, covered in scars. Territorial too, he sniffs. Preys on drunks stumbling back from party alley. What can you do about a boar like that? Tusks, claws, knives, bullets, take your pick. Every few years some brave moron tries to take her down, but he shrugs. She stands undefeated. Where would the brave and skilled moron find this beast? You got a weird glint in your eyes. His eyes narrow. Let's not do anything stupid, alright? So what do I do if I encounter a boar? You back away slowly. If you get a whiff of it charging, find something to climb if you can, and then come find me. Okay.
As you step away, the GM returns to scratching his inflamed...
Okay, you can go back to scratching, my guy. I still need to find a boatman or something. So I'm guessing I'm going down. Not talking to that one. Can I go through here? I can. Okay. You're taking your break.
The man gives
Oh,
no
here he
indication
is.
of registering your presence as you approach. His mirrored sunglasses are turned upwards.
Thank you so much for being there, Gilles. Hope you have a very good rest. See ya. Bye bye. But he's aware you're here. Follow his gaze. A flock of starlings murmur their strange shape over sea-chewed stones. Above them, brown-plumed forms circle.
Orange and blue feathers. Predators.
Sparrowhawks, right? Good eye, he nods upward. Starlings are tough prey. The hawks try to drown them in the canal first if they can keep a grip. Quite a sight. But I doubt you're here to talk birds. A colleague of mine came through the bazaar recently. I think you two talked. A colleague. He rolls his cigarette to the other side of his mouth. Go on. Professional, brown suit, glasses, late 20s to early 50s. There's a lot of coming and going the bazaar. I don't get paid to keep track of it. A decent performance, but you have notes. Odd. Petre said you're pretty well acquainted. Did he? He glances toward the stalls. Right, the twitchy communist. Now I have him. Yeah, your colleague was here. As you can see, he isn't now. What did you and my colleague talk about? Socks, mostly, he tilts his head. Not really my province. He was here to broker some kind of trade deal with the bazaar. Now, stop circling each other. Commit. No, he wasn't. Then he must have been a spy with the operant bureau. A measured flare of cigarette smoke from his nose, like you. A still moment. From a nearby rooftop, the sound of children playing. Sometimes the past gets ahead of you, or falls so far behind that you start to lap it. Anyway, your colleague seemed upstanding, respectful, but I couldn't help him. Here's the end of the line, the pseudopod terminus. He bounced off this man and landed somewhere in oblivion. Did you give him this? No, he frowns. What's on it? Ooh.
He's genuinely perplexed.
Petr said it was an ultraviolet disc, but a rare one. The Lucian pop thing, seen the ads around, I'm unallured. He flicks his head towards stacked crates, but you can assume half of those are filled with her music. Color discs and these high-tech formats, not really my province either. He was alright when he was talking to you, with it mentally. Very much so, probably too with it, shaky hands, blotchy neck. But he did alright. A polite round of applause for the support act. I need to know what my partner wanted. Why was he here? So it's partner now. A crease across his brow. He wanted the same thing as you do, I assume. A meet with the bossman. A face flashes in your mind, unbidden, heavy-set, boyish grin, traces of the underworld clinging to him. And who's the bossman? Tempo del Sur. Your cerebrospinal fluid turns to liquid refrigerant. Interesting. Tempo del Sur, mid-tier deity in the local underworld, and once your acid, cryptonym Taxman, also someone you once called a friend. He asked for Tempo by name. By name, he nods. Your colleague was very keen to speak to the boss, but I had to turn him away. Where can I find Tempo? Whew. Why couldn't Pseudopod get past this man? Bossman is the bazaar, the edge of a smirk is everywhere you look. You know a stonewall when you smack off one, he's waiting for you to put something together. Where'd my partner go after turned him away? He came back, had to turn him away 4 times. He smoothed back the hair on his temple. After that I lost track of him, but he didn't exactly walk off with purpose. As the sun smears across rooftops, a man with a briefcase full of carefully folded socks sits on a metal bench. He sits there for a long time, considering the tangle of alleyways that surround him. I'm proud of him. Well, that's nice, a slow drag. Okay. I was like, am I gonna fail this? Because his name is Pseudopod, and the hushed arena waits a different spy, you turned my colleague away because he wasn't me. And who are you? He's going to make you say it out loud. Your name is Thunder, a downpour, home turf, you have returned. He nods slowly. It's impossible to tell if he's looking at you in the half-light. Tempo was very specific, least he was to me. Cascade or nothing, he didn't want the opera, he wanted you. A rough voice down a splintering phone line, no silly cunts, cascade only, person to person, cascade or nothing. A phantom hand across the precipice awaiting a return grip. Shards of both past and present collide, in the wreckage jagged pattern forms. Tempo, cryptonym Taxman, your dormant asset contacts the opera, intent unknown, information unknown, request meeting with operant Cascade, only Cascade. Except they didn't tell me anything. Cascade status frozen, duration in perpetuum, opera issues directive, dispatch lead operant to Portofino. Pseudopod, right. Pseudopod, active in theater, assignment, meet with Taxman, retrieve message. They wanted Pseudopod to become Tempo's new handler. You were just here to smooth the transition. They farmed out your asset, your friend, to some trouserless infant. Pseudopod fails to meet with taxman, requests cascade from opera. Timeline disrupted, movements unknown. Pseudopod status changes to lost. On the second floor of a filling photo outlet, a pair of green eyes widen, catch a glimpse of the impossible, then cloud back over. Then I entered stage right. Cascade, status changes to reanimated. Operant arrives in theater, unbriefed, unassigned, and... unhinged. Questions coagulate, but at their center truth catches the light. This is my assignment. Here's how I see it, or maybe how I don't. His voice refocuses you. The weeping guy come in heavy, start cracking skulls. Tempo gets a wild look in his eye and follows it out the door. You two spirits appear out of nowhere, full of socks and half stories, and now we're all jumping at shadows. I'm Rustamian. People like me, we were brought up to follow codes. I can follow a code if I don't know what the fuck's going on. Teeth bared, but nothing left to guard, fear of the dark. I'm sorry you're caught in the middle here. We calling this the middle? Best laid plans. I was trying to slink round the edges. A short drag. Take me to Tempo. That's our biggest problem. Tempo's gone, vanished. He unlatches a cigarette from his bottom lip. I don't know where he is now, but I can tell you where he was. Innocent use of past tense, but still you don't care for it. That's his office up there. He nods to the northern part of the bazaar. Tempo HQ. It's been locked since he disappeared. No one in, no one out. Do you know anything about what Tempo wanted to tell me? I don't. Wasn't entrusted with it. He was hoping you could make sense of it. But it was urgent. Extremely. To hear Tempo tell it, he runs a palm across his jaw. Recently he had many urgencies. Back on the blow, I fear. I'd rather leave the guesswork to others. You seem to have a better grasp of the questions. When did you last see him? A week or so back. Since then, nothing. Another one of Tempo's recent phrases. That one was for you, so far as I could make out. I passed it on to your colleague, thought it might get you here faster. It would have brought you running if they'd bothered to tell you. Another thing. The sock boy put it in a cipher, he tilts his head. You spy people, very odd. Why haven't you been inside? Because it's locked. And from the other side, only silence. What if our man's in there the whole time in need of help? You don't want to know what's in there, do you? There's probably nothing there but some accounts and the dusting of blow, but it's the knowing that gets you. I'll get in. When you're done, he doesn't want to know, but he has to. When you're done, yeah, whole kingdom. From day player bootlegger to directing the full production in 5 years, quite the ascent for an exposed asset. Tempo had many criminal-grade contacts in La Luz, probably how he dodged the fallout after your network blew. Tempo's bossman, big picture stuff, his new underboss keeps things tight on the ground. Teenage girl, 16, maybe 17, but knows the score. Promising young bootlegger. I see, something of a protege. Could say that. Been hanging around here a while, Tempo saw some potential. Impressive hustle. He does possess that on occasion. Maybe he bottomed his way to the bottom. Look around the barge. An old low-slung workhorse and mismatched boards. Resin on the seams, hairline cracks across the hull. Someone's been fighting to keep it alive. Marinha 32, early 70s issue. Portofino manufacturing built for municipal dredging, but this one's been heavily modded. A 32. Except for a few bolts disagreeing about their place, still the reputation's deserved. He's got a few more years left in him. Depends, some are produced locally, textiles the easiest to replicate, got some artisans in Hill of Pigs, other things like toys need to be brought from abroad. There are small manufacturers scattered along the Nos Correntes coast, families with presses, off-book factories, other crates have to cross a few borders. He did. The smuggler lets a smile slip through. Started as 6 starps in the dust and a handful of Lusian contacts. By the end of the first year, half of the stalls were up. A tinge of grief flutters past his face. As long as others take up the mantle, this place will be fine. What's your name? Boatman. A professional. Okay, so where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go back to the bootleg bazaar, right? Okay.
Canned beverages are lined up like brightly coloured soldiers, neatly regimented behind coils.
The refreshments remain dormant. A film of water, grease and rust gives the machine a state.
Designed and built in Portofino, back when the city still had the industrial capacity to manufacture on this scale by itself.
Cold, rough, unfeeling. Seabirds squabble.
Okay, I'm trying to use this. Okay, so where was the... this one?
The fire exit stands conspicuously ajar. Someone has wedged it open with a ball. Wrong. Ball wants to play, not wedge.
Look where the door leads.
A hallway. It's just a fire exit. A fine place to hide in a moment of crisis. Marked and remembered. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed.
You emerge into the rusted insides of the seized mechanical beast. Comes dimly from above a set of steel stairs, which you alight carefully gripping the cold railing.
fire exit remains ajar, all wedged into the crack.
Okay, so I have no idea where the freaking... Temple's office overlooks the bazaar. Yes, I understand that, but I don't see any stairs leading up. I see stairs leading down. Oh, I see stairs leading up. I'm done. Haven't I gone through these stairs? Empty bottles.
The steel door to Tempo's office is before you. Faint oxidation halos bloom across it, like algae. It's locked. Show it who's boss.
Are you in there, teenage girl?
No answer. Silence. Silence from the other side. Below you, the social static of the bazaar muffled by distance. You get no answer. No, but you get an impression of the room. A vibration. Somewhere between crime scene and radioactive accident.
Can I pick this lock?
It's a standard lock. The right hands will be holding tools for lock picking. You step back from the door.
Okay. Okay, let's... if I do it like
stand
this.
before Tempo's door once more. No response. A brief tremor runs through the metal. Humans dominate doors every day. How this... Stop. Don't enter. Don't break this seal. This doesn't have to be yours.
Will I be able without exerting? Ooh.
Decaying rectangle with limited movement. Kill. The frame screams in protest.
Okay. Inside. Torrential of staining blood. A line of reflective scarlet catches. The chair is hefty, knocked over with significant force. The air around you hums. This is a spy's death. Not like a normal crime scene, not just motive and victim. Everything glows in the dark, an echo of fairy tale, tracings of black magic. A slow, cold needle to your soul. There's no body, maybe still alive somewhere. No hope, far too much blood. Update asset taxman was unknown, now zero doubt. What happened here? Multiple assailants going by the footprints, a brief struggle, and the inevitable. So he put up a fight. At the start, at least, this was not a clean hit. Hopefully he went out riding the high white horse all the way to heaven. They didn't even bother to clean it up. Better left us a warning, the aftermath of a forbidden ritual. Was Pseudopod a warning too? When did they get him? The blood is curdled and cracked the color of old brick a week ago, maybe more. Pseudopod was chasing a ghost. The way espionage crises always go, people collide in slow motion, gripping the outer edges, half blind, bodies mount, telephones ring. And through it all, the disconcerting sense that every person you cross knows more than you. Your dead friends know the most. I should have done better by tempo. Maybe twice over. More minutes into the match and the way crowd are silenced by a stark scoreboard. Enemies 2, Cascade 0. All treaties are hereby denounced, prepare for open war. Sorted shipping manifests.
A layer of dust covers the desk. Along with next to the frame is an eye with a long single teardrop. The unmistakable symbol of the weeping eye.
Okay.
The secret police of Lelou's. It's soft and ringed. The word account. A thicket of serial numbers, dates, columns and rows cover the pages, top to bottom. Along with, as you flip through, two sets of handwriting emerge from the sheets. One matches the title accounts on the front, while the other is tidier and appears only in the very last entry. There are none. The first set of handwriting even uses the word cunt with the same wild abandon as the second. The first set of handwriting dates back years. A sloppy all capitals which must belong to Tempo. The second, newer set appearing about a week
so
ago
the teenage
is
girl.
elaborate.
Have taken their time.
Boring, boring, boring. A list of names, titles and compensation. Ignatz. It doesn't ring a bell. Rent, utilities and other minor operating costs. Aqueda, a coastal city of the illuminated empire's mainland. You avert your gaze.
Inspect the eye.
The crying powder eye stares at you. The finger looks like a pale tram carriage, covered by late autumn's cocaine, the original power plant. Herschel, no.
Don't put your finger anywhere.
The eye on the photo frame is no longer weeping. The pale screen reads Miwa Terminal Model 4 and displays a directory. It is far more futuristic than anything your peasant eyes have ever seen.
I also don't understand why sometimes it gives...
As you turn the frame around, dust falls and a blade of light momentarily obliterates the row of faces presented, cutting straight to our heart. Fuck.
A surprise attack launched from your own past. That's not what it says there.
Rising from the damp cellars of regret. Taxman. Estoc. Virtue. Radiant. Kindred. Holocene. Known to the opera as the whole sick crew. Unknown to you as those friends you left to die 5 years ago. You abandoned them. They were counting on you, but you only thought of yourself. You scared, selfish little cunt. Do you smell the crippling failure oozing from your skin? Do you feel the secret knowledge of your aching shame pulsing in your skull? You slip the photo out of the frame, into your pocket.
Pressing against your heart once more. Out of sight as it should be. Some old assets have sentimental tendencies, much to the detriment of their life. He wanted to keep you all around.
Yes.
Some memories warp and bend with handling, but not as one. Dissimulate and dissociate all you like, it doesn't change anything. Time to go. 5 years ago the weeping guy took you apart, now they're back to pick the bones. The goal difference after the previous outing: enemy 7, cascade 0. Count today's set pieces and you're on 9-0. That's the relegation zone. The manager's position is in jeopardy. Under your heart a tug, the window to your right. Did someone see you come in here? What is that? What does that mean? Okay. Oh, the window, the window.
You step to the window, beyond which the bazaar spreads. You gather up your sleeve and exhale onto the window, where your breath reveals a clear handprint in the dust. You raise your hand and place it gently onto the memory of his, but once there you see that you completely obscure it.
What?
The print is smaller than your own. Someone else has been using this office more recently than Tempo. Nighttime finds the bazaar nearly empty, just like the former overseers of Essilk number 3, standing at this window, studying the movements of the dye workers, looking for signs of disturbance, or signs of the revolutionary consciousness organizing itself.
Focus. An unusual shape breaks the pattern. The man sliding between the stalls, glancing up at the office too much and too often. A failed attempt at concealment. The man from the photo shop. A possible cover. Something flashy to distract from something ugly.
Known to the opera as the whole sick crew.
Oh, what is not available in demo? I don't know what isn't available in the demo. Oops. No, stop doing that. My girl.
You sit on the railing. Nobody looks up. Nobody. 100 conversations blend into one. A slow, warm river carrying you nowhere in particular.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Failure! My god.
The people here, they're living, moving, laughing and trading, but you're just a visitor. Out of town, leaning on a rail. Yeah, to the touch. A sharp inhale, then you put...
What is this? Your presence is weak. Fate delivers me an unworthy adversary. Glow with cunning flame, its ear stuffed delightfully. A puppet. There's someone hiding the pile beneath it. Broken gauge. This could be an escapee. On closer, its eyes are no less cunning and its ears no less delightful. He's real. Tremble before the majesty of my realm and of me. What are you? Oh, okay. Hard cut to his tiny face. Crash zoom. am the king of trade. Nice to meet you. Entered economic war zone. I have to stop you. Keep your nonsense, show me your objects. Warm expulsions of air. A curse, take it with you, no trade. Pathetic. Okay. Okay, how am I supposed now to just go and try to... Wait, what? How did I get here? What? Oh, what? No. Oh, okay. That's a weird layout. Sudden release of epinephrine into the bloodstream. Danger. There. The two of you lock eyes. Focus. He cradles something within his coat. Fear. Gun. Move. The time to act is now. What? What is this? Evaluate, advance, avoid. It's a big blow to my confidence when someone says I have pathetic objects. Your muscle stands up in anticipation of the launch. Go, go, go. For a moment, devoid and weightless of outer space is the realm of pure possibility. Some write bad verse on this particular subject matter and call it cathartic. Then gravity kicks in. Float? You do not fall, you descend, the moon knocked off dead center, hurling toward the capital city, tail burning. The shockwave is tremendous and silent as it travels up, out and around. Go. You're evading the line of sight for now, but not for long. Okay. I'm controlling, but right now I'm doing it based on choices. There are many objects in this box. One of these objects could be your object. Your hands caress a variety of head coverings, ultimately stopping on a shiny luminous visor. This seems fitting. Greasy, awkward, and dressed in a gaudy multicolor, stands nervously. Glides cleanly over you. Go. You hear the whine. Okay. Yo yo! Assess. Advance. This is terrible either way. Jesus. I'm gonna exert. Failure. Am I gonna die? He's got us reeling. Lights out. Here it comes. This can't be happening. But it is. A bright flash returns you to the world. The man lowers his camera.
Welcome to the violent canvas that we call society.
Okay. This result is the exact opposite of what you were trying to achieve. Go. I'm confused. Okay. A front of high pressure, the temperature is 14 and rising. Okay, this is the end of the demo. Okay. This was great. I had a lot of fun playing this. This was very interesting. I have an idea of what the game wants to talk about. It's very mysterious and it's very intricate in the themes that it tries to portray. I don't know where the story wants to go from here, but there's really a lot to it. So I'm looking forward. I'm kind of confused why there are some moments that have voice acting and others don't. I don't really understand why that happens, but hey, I do understand that this game may not be the cup of tea for people that are really not into reading a lot. This is a game that I think I know some people that don't like to read long texts, so they wouldn't really benefit. This game would not be their cup of tea, but I'm really into visual novels, so this is very interesting. The gameplay is very dynamic, from being able to explore a map to just reading information and interacting with the characters. It's very intricate and very complex. I cannot compare it to Disco Elysium, even though people have been saying that this reminds them of that game. I also really like the art style, the way that I think that the art style makes it really stand out from most games. It's very unique and characteristic. Yeah, it's very well thought out. I don't understand why sometimes the voice acting reads stuff that is not written, or there's text that is not read. It's like, okay, I do understand that maybe doing full voice acting would be too much, or maybe this is something for the demo only, and that's why there's some moments with voice acting and others where there isn't any. I don't know, but that's a little bit weird for me. Not that it's the first time where I've played a game that it has on and off voice acting. But yeah, it's very interesting and I would like to see more. I don't know how long it would be the full game, but it's very interesting, and seeing how the choices would affect the future. Yeah, really, really interesting. once again, huge shout out to Zalm Studio for allowing me to be able to play this demo. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to check wishlist on Steam and check out their game if you are interested after seeing this. And yeah, don't forget, when the stream will be ending, you will be able to access some of the concept artworks and whatnot, so feel free to stick around for that. Today I'm not gonna raid anyone, and yeah, thank you so much, and may music always be your life force. Bye bye, see ya everyone.